That's right, folks. This is Acidic Roots, and we're going to play through Disney's Aladdin. This hell of a game, this hellion of a game. 6 stages of pulsating, rage quit inducing action. So don't mind Aladdin here. He does not know what's about to happen to him. All the crap that we're getting ready to see. But it's a fun game. I definitely give it a high score in terms of rank, but I would have to say that it'll probably make you rage quit, which is what happened with me across the past 4 years with this game. I was going to play through this game last year to coincide with the movie. You probably think, well, Acidic Roots, you know? The live-action movie just came out in 2019. Why didn't you just do it then? And it's like, well, you know, for you viewers, I tried. Just happens to be the thing. I definitely did try, but I think after a certain point, I just got too pissed off and said, screw it. I skipped stage 3, stage 4, I used the password function, got to stage 5, and still could not beat this game. So, I said, if there's really going to be 3 stages out of 6 that I cannot beat at all, I'm just going to have to accept that I'm probably not going to be able to play through this game. But I can actually beat the Cave of Wonders, the first stage, and that was, you know, a third of the game I was able to beat, so. But, on top of that, you know, you may notice, for return viewers or people who've watched this game before, apparently the L and R buttons on my Super Nintendo controller don't work, so you're not going to really see that floating cloth trick. And I think it would be useful, especially for, like, the final boss, the Snake Jafar. So I think as far as that's concerned, it's interesting, but at least when I played through the game this past couple weeks, you know, I was not able to use that technique. So I don't know. I have 2 Super Nintendo controllers. I'm not aware if it works on the other one. I'll have to try it because it probably would help me. But I was able to beat the game without it, you know, oddly enough. So, yeah, so just get used to this sort of action here. I mean, you're gonna, that little flip trick that Aladdin just did, you're gonna be needing that technique. So if that makes you kind of uneasy, queasy, that sort of thing, get used to it. You're gonna need to know how to, you know, get past that. So, but yeah, and that stands to reason when we talk about this. This is a platformer, so it's not so much an adventure game. I guess it could come off as an adventure game, but it's basically just like a Disney version of Mario, and it makes sense because Aladdin is so similar in that sort of response. I mean, when you think of like other Disney movies or something like that, you know, Aladdin seems the most prone to have like his own personal Princess Toadstool, so it's kind of the thing there. You know, it's a nice little inclination. It fits perfectly for a video game. I almost feel like this game should have been longer. You know, people say, well, what are your complaints about this game? You know, besides the difficulty. I'd probably say not much, other than the fact that it's short and it'll piss you off. So, kind of like a small dog that you don't like or something. It's short and it'll piss you off. But yeah, there's only 6 stages, and it kind of feels underwhelming to have that envelop the movie from the 90s as far as that went. Just kind of talking about how some of that would actually go, so I just don't. I mean, I don't remember, you know, that movie is 30 years old, damn near, so this is the translate. I mean, this might as well be what it is. It's like playing a Star Wars game or something, you know, you have to, it's like, oh yeah, it's kind of, I translate more with the games these days than the live action and stuff, but, so, yeah, throw apples. You're going to want to throw apples. That's definitely a thing, but keep in mind that you have to know how to get these apples. kind of situation. They don't just, you may start with 10, but you can use 10 relatively quickly, so you're going to need to find bosses and break them, and you usually get them 10 at a time, but I mean, most enemies these apples work for. You'll find some later on that they don't. They definitely don't for the final boss, but use apples to help, so you don't have to jump on every single enemy. So, this is where this comes from. I mean, if you have the floating technique with the cloth, this really makes this that much easier. This is kind of the situation. So, kind of like adding an extra handicap or something. I kind of like the extra little animation for Abu, though. I mean, he's in most of these stages, so he kind of tags along. Kind of something that, you know, Mario would have never done. This is like having like a secondary character that's kind of just getting through the stage also. I don't think it could have been a 2-player game, but it's at least they went to the effort of trying to get him through it, so. But he doesn't really help you that much. I mean, most of the stuff is just behind the scenes, so it's not like he's gonna get you like some apples or something like that, you know, meat, something of the sort. But, okay, here's the boss. So now it's time. This is the only boss in the game besides Jafar, but you know, you'll see by the cheapness of this enemy that may be a good thing. Apples don't work on him, so you can piss him off just by hitting him in the face with one. You feel like being funny, but yeah. Yeah, women deserve the right to vote. Don't. That's probably, you can say some shit like that. Just but yeah, definitely when he does that. So the key to this match, which I didn't quite understand, was just to wait for him to swing, jump on his head, and then go on the green cloth to avoid him when he gets pissed. Which is just the whole thing. That's all you do. That's all you need to do. If you can't figure that out, you're definitely not going to be able to do the rest of the stage, or the rest of the game. But that's all you do. That's essentially it. It's a cheap tactic, but there's really no way to beat this enemy just because he holds his sword over his head, and it makes it difficult to attack him, and the apples don't work, so they contribute in no way to making this battle easier. I was trying to find like some sort of challenge way to fuck with them and see if I could actually fight him, but I suppose if you're skilled, you can actually, you know, fight him without the cheat method, but it seems like it, you know, you just would have a better time doing it that way. So, half and half. You can see it half full, like he almost beat me or he almost didn't beat me. Either way. Now it's time for some nice cutscenes. So, we will continue more of this, though. Let's look forward to it. Cave of Wonders is next. We'll see how I do there. I mean, I would like to do this in regular commentary, but I don't know. I don't think it would be so much interesting as much as me just cursing and swearing and getting PO'd and that sort of shit. So it's just like, you know, I can concentrate my jokes better just by reflecting on them. So that's what we'll do. Yeah, Aladdin goes to jail. I mean, that's kind of, you know, for a kids movie, it's like the hero gets locked up, and I'll tell you, it seems as if he wasn't going to get out. They didn't say, oh, you'll get out in 5 days or 20 days. I mean, for him to be chained to a wall, I mean, but then I suppose I don't know what time period this stuff comes from. If this is like the 1900s or wherever the hell this comes from, and this is like, well, you know, you gotta understand. I mean, they treat him like they're getting ready to chop off his head or something. Alright, so stay tuned for stage 2, and you'll find out what happens next. if I didn't spoil it. Or if you get the idea.